Yo, what's up, everybody? It's good to be back once again, man. I mean, the NBA Finals are great, man. LeBron James and the crew took it against the San Antonio Spurs. I don't know what happened to my Spurs. Game six, that's what happens. You make mistakes in the NBA Finals, and it comes back to kill you in the end. Over the years, I've watched a lot of these games. And there's no doubt that a moment happens in a game that changes the momentum of a game. When you take out a player, you make a substitution, you make a pass, you grab a rebound, you play to your potential, you show character, you show belief, you show you have the heart, and you show you have the passion and the love of the game and the love of the fans. That's what makes the NBA still a great game. All these years later, after the Jordan years, the Isaiah Thomas years, after all the years of Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, and I can go on and on. But going over the years, this is 2013 now. This is 1998, 2001, 2000. This is 2013, and it's still awesome. To see Tim Duncan playing at some of the best basketball I've ever seen him play in his entire career. LeBron James, awesome. Tony Parker, amazing. Manu Ginobili could have played better, but injuries, age, but I just think injuries, confidence, and belief in his shot just wasn't there in this series. But Ray Allen, I mean that guy. There's one reason why they got this guy to make big shots. And what did he do? What did he do? He made big shots in this series. He came up big. Free throws, three pointers, you name it. Mike Miller, unsung hero, no doubt about it. Mike Miller in my book, one of the game's greatest shooters, one of the game's greatest players. And as far as I'm concerned, Miller time still rocks the joint. I gotta love the Miller time. Hey, I come from a family of the Millers, and there's no doubt in my mind that Miller time is Miller time. And Chris Bosh, he played good in this series. So did Boris Diaw and Leonard, Kawhi Leonard. I mean, he played some great defense, but I think in the end it came down to determination and passion, and going for the victory and doing what you had to do to win the whole thing. I think when it comes down to it, it's defense. If you have the greatest defense, you don't make any turnovers. Everything's working. Everybody's locked on. Everybody knows their role. They know what they have to do. That's what makes a great champion. And you saw it tonight, folks, around the world. You saw what the Heat did. They played hard. They played as a team. They played as a unit. And they had not too many errors. They were on point. San Antonio just lost their confidence. I could see it in game six. In the last 2, 3 minutes of that game, I just saw like something fell out of them. Just like they just couldn't do it. They were tired mentally. They were just broken down. They had to kill. They could have put them away on Tuesday, but they didn't, and they should have. But they got tired, and that's what happens when you're playing a team like the Miami Heat that have players that can go all out. They still have the young legs, and they still have they're just very very good. And when they play at the top of their game, they're very tough to stop. And you saw it in that series. And there's no doubt in my mind that the Miami Heat got something cooking in Miami. I mean, that's 2 championships. They got a little bit of a dynasty happening. It's been a while since we've seen the team in the NBA win back-to-back titles. So we'll see if they win anymore. I don't think they will. I think in the offseason you're going to see Chris Bosh get traded to the Bobcats or maybe the New York Knicks for Amari Stoudemire. I'm going to throw that rumor out there. I think the Knicks are going to make that move. I think Dolan is kind of getting tired of Amari always being hurt, always not always ready to play. I think it's time for a change for Amari. And I think it's a time for a change for Chris Bosh. But I know he's had his best years playing for the Heat. His best years with the Toronto Raptors, there's no doubt. But, he's played for the Heat. He's won 2 titles now. It would suck to see him get traded, but I have a feeling that he's going to the Big Apple or the Charlotte Bobcats. And more on the trade rumors, it looks like the deal that would have sent Doc Rivers, the head coach of the Boston Celtics and Kevin Garnett, that would have sent those two to the Clippers for DeAndre Jordan and I think a couple of first round picks, has been called off. They tried to do it a second time, but the league said they would void the deal. So they're gonna try to be a little bit more creative, maybe try to get this deal done, but I doubt it'll happen. I have a rumor that Brian Scott probably will be the next head coach of the Clippers, and I feel that Kevin Garnett will stay with the Celtics, and Paul Pierce will not be bought out. I think they're going to take another run at it with the Celtics in 2013-14 season. Um, I think there's going to be some big time movement in the offseason. The Lakers and Clippers might make a deal. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Howard's going to test the free agency. He's going to end up signing with either the Rockets or the Mavericks or the Hawks. My money is on the Rockets. I think he really likes what's going on with the Houston Rockets. And I think him and James Harden talk every day. And he's been talking to Chris Paul, I've been hearing, but I can tell you right now he really wants to go to the Rockets, man. Hakeem Olajuwon. That's the one reason why he would sign there. Hakeem Olajuwon. You know, the Lakers don't have Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon is a Houston Rocket for life, and I think Dwight Howard is going to go there for 4 years or 2 years or 3 years. It doesn't matter. As long as he goes there, he'll have a good chance to take this young team, put him on his back, and with Harden and Jeremy Lin, and see what they can do. They have Chandler Parsons. They got a lot of good young pieces on that team. So I think with Dwight Howard going to the Rockets, I think he's going to really help that team. With the Dallas Mavericks, I know they're trying to clear some cap space to maybe bring in a big ticket like Howard. I don't think they'll get Howard. I think next summer they might get someone big. I don't know who. Could be LeBron James. Could be, who knows. LeBron James, I think, will still opt out of his contract with the Heat next season, after next season. I think he's going back to Cleveland. It's either Cleveland, the Lakers, or Dallas. So I think it's going to be more like Cleveland. I think it'll be a family reason why he goes back to Cleveland. He wants to go back home again. I mean, his coach is back, Mike Brown. I think he loves playing for Spoelstra, but I think he doesn't like playing for Pat Riley. So it's tough playing for Pat Riley. Pat Riley is intense. He's in the game. He's in the zone. He's just crazy. He's too strict, and I think Brian's more the easy, laid back guy. He's won 2 titles now in his back pocket. You can say, you know what? I'll give one more shot in Miami, then I'm gonna leave. I want to go home again, or I want to go to LA. But no, I think he's gonna go home. He's gonna go back to Cleveland. That's what's gonna happen next year. And then you have Andrew Wiggins coming to the NBA next year. We'll see who drafts him. We'll see what happens. I don't know what team it will be. Could be Milwaukee. Could be Atlanta. I think it might be Atlanta, but hey, we'll see what happens. If they tank it, we'll see what happens. I doubt they'll tank it, but I think it will be Atlanta. So I don't think there's too much things cooking. I hear some teams are looking to move some of their picks in the draft. Dallas are going to try to move 2 of their draft picks they have in the NBA draft to free some cap space, so they can bring in a big name this summer or next summer. So I think this summer they're going to try to get one of the big guns like Howard or Chris Paul. I still hear rumors that Chris Paul is going to probably re-sign with the Clippers. If he doesn't re-sign the Clippers, I'll be shocked. And don't be surprised if he ends up with the Atlanta Hawks. And that'd be crazy, eh? The Atlanta Hawks or the Dallas Mavericks. Um, so don't rule it out, man. The impossible is still possible in the NBA. I mean, these teams, these players are all moving all the time. Jason Kidd, the new head coach of the Nets, I didn't see that coming. Just retired. Boom, he's a head coach. Is that amazing? I think that's the first time in NBA history it's ever happened. I mean, he didn't have time just to relax and think about being a head coach. He just jumps right into it. So we'll see what happens, folks. Well, that's all I got to say, folks. I got no more news right now, but I'm going to continue to look for more news. The NBA final was so good. It went 7 games. I mean, the fans enjoyed it. I mean, I'm going to have to watch some of the highlights, man. I didn't get to see it live. I had to work and all that stuff, but I listened to it on the radio, and, man, it was a good final, man. Great, great, great basketball. I mean, the hockey has been just as good. I mean, the NBA and NHL really delivered this summer. I mean, no doubt in my mind. I've been watching these games for 20, 24, 23 years in my life. Now I'm 31, and I'm telling you, man, I've been watching these games forever, and it is really delivered, and you fans have really delivered on YouTube, on all type of social media. You are the real heroes out there, folks. Just remember that. You, the people, you, every one of you are heroes, man. Just remember that. When you see someone that needs help, you help them. You know why? Because you're human. Just be you. Remember, when you believe in yourself, good things do happen because it's you, man. You are the game. You're living in a game. But remember, they're playing the game. They're playing you. Your whole life. All the elements. They're all playing you. You just gotta wake up and get into the game. Just like you see with them playing the games on television. You are the game. Your life. Everything revolves around you. Just remember that. So long, folks. And remember,